What's up, guys? It's Benny. Earth-shattering breaking news. James O'Keefe has just launched his first installment in a series, an expose investigating the federal and royal protection mechanisms around Jeffrey Epstein. And this is a freaking barn burner. The world will never be the same. Here we go. A couple of weeks ago, James O'Keefe referenced Virginia Roberts, one of the foremost Jeffrey Epstein victims and someone who was sex trafficked to the royal family. Virginia Roberts, who was suicided and killed, had said she wasn't suicidal, and that if anything happens to me, you cannot let this go. There are powerful people who want to see me gone. James said it's time for citizen journalists to release more on Epstein. If they're going to kill us, they're going to have to kill us all. Coming soon. James has followed that up today with his first massive expose detailing from firsthand witnesses that Prince Andrew of the royal family, King Charles's brother, Queen Elizabeth's son, was sexually engaged with minors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this comes at great personal threat to James, who has said that he fears that someone will kill him for releasing this.
I'm not suicidal. Pray for me. This one scares me, guys.
And who says in his teaser for this series that it's going to be about the deep state and Epstein. Right here.
They can't suicide us all.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. James O'Keefe and his newest bombshell expose, world exclusive. Prince Andrew was effing underage girls from a royal family advisor who saw it all.
Prince Andrew, he was in the Navy. He was 250 days at sea. He never saw his family. I was really pissed because he lied to me. Epstein. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew. And then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, that he was f***ing underage girls. That's not cool.
John Bryan has been a close confidant to the British royal family for a long time. He worked for Queen Elizabeth II, was, quote, best friends with Princess Diana, and had a long-term intimate relationship with the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. According to Bryan, he practically raised Sarah Ferguson's children, the princesses Beatrice and Eugene. And Bryan said that he maintained a friendship with Ferguson's husband, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew.
Tell me, like, your story.
So my story, you want to know my story?
What?
Like, I've been so famous at times when I was on the front page of every newspaper on the planet because I was working with the Queen of England.
Okay.
You know, she's Queen Elizabeth. I was working with all the families. Princess Diana was my best friend. And I met the Duchess of York.
Okay.
That's Prince Andrew's wife. They were separated. And then Sarah and I sort of fell in love. And we lived together for like 7 years, 6 or 7 years. In my house, Newland. And I raised their 2 little children. They're so cute.
Wait, her
Beatrice and Eugenie. Those were my children. Those were my kids. I raised those kids.
That's crazy.
Day to day raised. I was father to those kids.
Prince Andrew's connection to Jeffrey Epstein emerged in 2010, when photos showed them walking together in New York's Central Park. Epstein had already been convicted in 2008 of procuring a 14-year-old girl for prostitution. In 2014, a woman named Virginia Giuffre alleged in a Florida court filing that Jeffrey Epstein paid her to have sex with Prince Andrew when she was 17, a minor. On April 25th, a few weeks ago, Giuffre died by, quote, suicide. Prince Andrew denied Giuffre's sex abuse allegations in a now infamous 2019 BBC interview.
She said she had sex with you 3 times, once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
No.
No to all of it.
All of it. Absolutely no to all of it.
The interview was a public relations disaster for the royal family and prompted the Queen to strip Prince Andrew of his royal duties. In the aftermath of that interview, the prince sought advice from a longtime royal family confidant, John Bryan.
Wait, so you were not friends with Prince Andrew?
Oh, very good. Oh, no, we're very civilized. We'd go have dinner at his house. He'd have dinner at my house to see his kids. So then we go on holiday in the south of France. And I get a big property, like 10 acres,
Okay.
right near f***ing Central Bay, right? You know, nobody has 10 acres. I'm on the biggest f***ing property, beautiful house.
Okay.
And I rent it so that we have privacy, right? Because there's paparazzi everywhere, there's hundreds
Okay.
of paparazzi, not 10, not 20,
Okay.
hundreds. I know.
And this is already when Prince Andrew
Yes, Prince Andrew.
doing his own thing?
Yeah, he's on the f***ing, he was in the Navy, he was 250 days at sea, he never saw his kids.
2 weeks after Prince Andrew's BBC interview, John Bryan was brought to the Royal Lodge, where Prince Andrew lives, to offer crisis management advice. According to The Telegraph, the meeting was conducted discreetly. At the royal residence, Bryan observed that Prince Andrew was visibly distressed and struggling to focus, reportedly unable to concentrate for more than 40 minutes at a time due to the strain he was under. As reported in the Daily Mail, John Bryan constructed a 5-page document emphasizing that Prince Andrew should publicly show empathy for Epstein's victims. Back in November 2022, Bryan publicly stated that he believed Prince Andrew was innocent of the claims made against him related to the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking scheme. Now, in our exclusive hidden camera undercover footage, John Bryan reveals for the first time that Prince Andrew did in fact have sex with underage girls.
Was he already even like involved with like
Of course, other girls. I was so pissed about that. I was
Is it
really
That's
pissed.
fine.
I was really pissed because he lied to me about
Lied about
Epstein. Yeah. No, I knew he saw him, but he lied to me that he was such a close friend. I was so pissed. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew, and then I found out he was lying. I was
lying
so
about
pissed.
what? Spring underage.
No, that he was f***ing underage girls.
Now, our newsroom has some concerns about where this investigation is headed and who may be implicated. But our only motivation in doing these stories is the public's right to know. And if this report and our subsequent reports shine a light into darkness and expose evil, then we are willing to take the risks. At the end of the day, child victims of Jeffrey Epstein need to be protected, and the people involved need to be held accountable by law enforcement immediately. Without accountability, our notion of freedom is just an illusion. We're going to be breaking our next stories exclusively at O'KeefeMediaGroup.com. You may see this Project Veritas sign behind me. Stay tuned for next week.
Well, now you can see why James O'Keefe was worried about his safety and saying that it might be suicided, given the fact that so many people that have, well, posed a threat to the royal family, whether it's Princess Diana or Virginia Roberts, well, they end up dead under mysterious circumstances. This was posted just minutes ago and already has hundreds of thousands of views, 7.8 thousand likes, 4.4 thousand reposts, and James O'Keefe alluding to the fact that he's purchased Project Veritas. Now, I recognize, just on a personal note, I recognize this wall and where James is filming. You'll recall that Project Veritas kicked out James in a very, very ugly, nasty coup, and now James is back. Has he bought Project Veritas? Has he restored it? He has the logo behind him, so he must own it. He'd get sued if otherwise. Very interesting. Project Veritas logo behind James. He also says that there is going to be a series of drops in this and that there's going to be much, much more. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what's going on right now. And we're going to see. We're going to see if this ramps up the pressure on those who are hiding the Epstein files. They clearly know about this. Is Prince Andrew in the videotapes today that Pam Bondi was talking about, saying that they have thousands of hours, tens of thousands of hours of powerful people with underage women? Are we protecting Prince Andrew? Is the federal government in possession of those tapes? Are those tapes currently at the FBI? Who's going to be destroyed in all of this? This is going to rip the blackened spine out of the center of the deep state. You know it. Because not only did they protect Jeffrey Epstein, they funded this, they allowed it to go on, and then they killed him for it. Ladies and gentlemen, James O'Keefe doing God's work. Pray for James. The truth is the light. See ya.